Hi, my name is Brielle Kennington, and I wanted to talk to you today about loving your body. To give you a little background on myself, I've lost 70 pounds since April 4th, 2015. That's when I started my journey. And I've learned a lot about loving my body. I've learned a lot about myself as I've gone through this journey, and I continue my journey. And so I just wanted to share some of those things with you because I think that it's something that a lot of women struggle with. I think that it's something that has been a focus in the media and in social media lately, but I just don't think that if you're trying to improve yourself and be healthy, then it means you don't love your body. I actually didn't start loving my body after I lost 70 pounds. I started loving my body and then I lost 70 pounds. So I just wanted to give you some things I learned along the way. The first was just that I needed to exercise and I needed to fuel my body with healthy foods. If you want to love something, then you take care of it. If you love something, you spend time on it. If you love something, you cherish it, you treat it right. And I think that treating your body well is loving your body. And so when I started eating healthy, fueling my body right, and exercising, it changed everything. It changed my relationship with food. It changed the way I look at exercise. I didn't look at it as a punishment, anymore. So that is a great start to starting to love yourself. And also, as I started doing those things, I didn't worry so much about what I looked like or how much I weighed because it didn't matter. Because I was doing what I was supposed to be doing to reach my goals. And it wasn't even about the number anymore. It became just about like seeing how strong I could be or different things I could try or learn or getting out of my comfort zone with doing a different workout program. So that really helped me is to start loving my body, is to actually physically love it. If you've ever heard of the Visiting Teaching Program, they always say, love your sisters. The best way to do it is to serve your sisters, to do nice things for them. Well, start doing that for yourself, and you'll start to love yourself. Another great way to love your body is to get dolled up. I think that there's like a misconception that women who wear makeup are insecure, or women who wear makeup are covering something up or they're vain. No way. Wearing makeup is fun. It makes you feel like $1,000,000. Sometimes I wear fake eyelashes and I'm like, oh yeah, like I have like a spring in my step. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't wake up like this. Like my hair isn't naturally curly and bouncy. It's fine to not always wear it, but when you do, it makes you feel good. I usually am like all or nothing type of girl. I either do like everything or I do like nothing and I go out, and that's fine too. But when I do wear my makeup and I do my hair, I feel good. I feel good about myself. I feel beautiful. And I feel beautiful sometimes without it too, but it's fun. And I think that it's almost like the spending time on yourself thing that makes you feel good too, not necessarily the makeup. Does that make sense? So get dolled up, get out of that activewear, take a shower today. You'll feel so much better. Also, I think probably the next one's the hardest. Positive self-talk. I was really negative before, like not like a negative person. Actually, a lot of people were surprised that I struggle with depression and binge eating disorder, but I was negative about myself. I wasn't negative about other people. I was actually really peppy, and people say I'm bubbly all the time. But just I would call myself disgusting, fat. I was showering in the dark. I wasn't buying clothes. I wasn't in any pictures. I didn't like to walk by mirrors, and so I wasn't even like getting ready, that type of thing. It was bad. I mean, it was pretty severe, I'd say. And now, I like do a double take when I walk by a mirror because I'm like, what? Like that's me? So, and I'm happy to be in pictures and to like, and it's once again, it's not about the losing 70 pounds because I've felt this way even before I lost all the weight, because I was starting to take care of myself and I was liking the person I was becoming on the inside. So positive self-talk. When I became a Beachbody coach, they encouraged us to read personal development. At first I was like, I don't like reading. Well, I like reading, but I don't like reading that type of stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't need a pep talk. But then I started doing it and it made a huge difference. There's Audible books that you can get. You can listen to stuff on YouTube, but personal development is great. And just positive self-talk write down a list of things you love about yourself, specifically things you love about your body. Look at these lips. I've got killer lips. And that's okay to say. Saying good things about yourself isn't being vain. Having a bad self-esteem is not humility. Saying negative things about God's creation is not something you should be doing, because you're God's creation. You're beautiful, no matter what size you are. So positive self-talk, you can write on your mirror, on a little piece of paper. You can make a list like I talked about, but just like catch yourself. Maybe put like a specific bracelet on that's going to be your positive self-talk bracelet. But I try to follow the rule that if I wouldn't say it to my daughter, my best friend, or my sister, I don't say it about myself. Your children's inner voice is going to be your voice. So the way you talk about yourself is how they're going to talk about themselves. I think my daughter's perfect the way she is. And don't you think that, our Heavenly Father feels that way about us? So positive self-talk. Stop comparing yourself to other women, especially yourself naked to other women. Like when you're, comparing yourself, you're always comparing like the worst parts of yourself to the best parts of other people. How fair is that? Stop it. You don't need to do that. It doesn't do anybody any good. Another thing is, I hope I explained this one right, but it's don't get mad at your body for doing what God designed it to do. I used to get like upset at like my body for like holding on to fat, for storing fat. And I'm like, well, it was just doing what God intended it to do so I don't die. If you have too many calories, then your body's going to store that for times of famine. If you're not eating enough calories, your body's going to store that for times of famine. I've heard people say, dieting isn't rocket science. Well, it actually is science. And you have to be doing certain things in order to lose weight if that's your goal, or to be healthy. So don't get mad at your body. I used to think, I wish I could just stop eating, or I have a bad metabolism. Baloney. That's not healthy. Focus on being healthy, and your body's going to naturally do what you want it to do then, depending on your goals. So just understanding that. That concept came from Heidi and Chris Powell's, one of their books. And just when I jumped in on my journey, I just submerged myself in it. I became obsessed. I followed people on Instagram. I read, books and blogs, and I set goals, and I made a bucket list for myself. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to better yourself, as long as you do it in a healthy way, because that's the only reason that's the only way you're going to start loving your body, is to do it healthily. It's not about losing weight. That's not going to make you happy. So those things need to happen first. And also, I don't exercise and eat the way I eat and say no to treats because I hate my body. I do those things because I love my body. I've had people say, well, you should just be happy with your body. Well, I am happy with my body. That's why I'm doing the things that I do. I'm happiest when I'm taking care of myself. The leading cause of death in America now is heart disease, and that's from lack of exercise and poor nutrition. So, if you look at it that way, there's nothing wrong. I think some people think that you can only love your body if you accept all the things about it. I still have my flaws, and I'm still comfortable in my body, and I'm happy with my body. There are things, that I, don't love, but I still can love my body. Does that make sense? I have stretch marks. I have loose skin, a lot of loose skin. It's really weird. Like I don't think people really understand when I say loose skin. It's not like, anyway. But I can still love my body, for the way it is, for carrying 3 children, healthy children, and bearing them. How amazing is that? I grew human beings inside of my body, delivered them, and then fed them with my body. So bodies are amazing. We should love them for what they do. I'm shaped the way I am because of the work that it did to get my little angels here. And that's just the way it is, and I'm okay with that. So I hope those things are useful for you. Feel free to comment. I love talking about this subject, and share this video if you want. And I hope that you can learn to love your body